It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the day after tomorrow on the morning show.
What? The day after tomorrow. There
Don't
you go.
Remember the movie?
Yes, I do.
It's cold outside. Oh
Welcome
my goodness.
to the day after tomorrow.
Welcome to the day after tomorrow. Well,
It is cold.
not really. So I was scrolling through
here
Facebook.
We go. Here we go.
And I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop. All right, move on.
There we go. So I was going through and I seen a meteorologist and he was on there. I mean, really like not trying to defend himself, but he was trying to defend himself. And he was talking about how all the signs were showing that it was just going to be crazy, that it was going to be snow-mageddon and it was going to dump everywhere. And he said some areas did get a foot. My boss had said where his father lives up in Missouri, they got like 13 inches. So it did come. And other places, 2-3 inches. It just no rhyme or reason. It's just the way Mother Nature is.
We got, 4.5, I think?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I would rather, not get the doom and gloom, the 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And
It's tough to deal with that when you got that much.
Yeah.
And I know it's really touch and go when you watch the storm come through where the heavy lines were in the snow. I mean, it was going to be touch and go. You never knew what was going to happen. I know that at one point they were saying that there could have been blizzard-like conditions for one of the first times in Mountain Home. It wasn't, but there was chances that led into that. I get it. This one probably would have been really hard to predict what area was going to get what. We both were wrong on our totals.
Yep. I said 7.
I said 9. Neither one of us were close. 4.5. You were closer than I was.
I was. So really, I still won.
No, you're too far off. Yeah.
Oh, is this like The Price is Right?
Yeah, you
Where
can't go over.
You can't go over.
You can't go over, yeah. So
Automatically a loser if you go over. It's okay.
But, all right, so this morning I'm coming in. I look at my phone and look to see what the temperature was, and we don't have one.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the temperature in Mountain Home? We don't have one.
It doesn't register.
It was 0. 0. It's cold.
Right?
Cold. I will say this, though. For people that are driving in, 62 was in good shape. A lot of your side roads, you need to just take it easy. And I mean, even College Street, stuff like that. College and First, I was at that stoplight coming through, and I had the green light, thank God. But another vehicle was on the side waiting to, they had the red light, and apparently they went to move and started sliding backwards.
Yep.
And it happens. Your side roads are still pretty hairy.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Yeah, it got down. I don't even know what it dropped down to last night, but if it was 0 this morning, then you ventures to say it was 0 a few hours ago, and everything that melted per se ended up freezing.
And it's funny because as cold as it was yesterday, just the sun being out was enough to melt and help dry some things off, especially the roads that they were able to scrape early. It was able to dry it off, and as long as they were dry, you're fine. But it's these ones that were, didn't get dried all the way, and the water re-froze on it, and they're slick.
Yeah, which is a lot of roads. Just the tree line that keeps it in constant shade, and black ice. Just got to watch out for it. Go slow. Be careful.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Don't hurry.
Give yourself a little bit more time to get to work.
Yep.
Just so. And they closed school again just to be safe. Yeah, I figured they would with snow routes.
They needed to.
Even their snow routes probably still had snow, so might as well. Safer than sorry. I'd have loved the keyboard warriors if they tried to get them to school today, that they would have been on there. Why are you putting the children in danger?
After driving in this morning, I could not imagine the buses out there on these back roads.
I couldn't either.
I don't think you could, like you said, do the snow routes and be safe.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
Think Friday? Think they will Friday too?
I think
Just
they'll.
call it.
Nah,
They
I don't
only
know.
called
You
it for
never know.
today. They haven't said for Friday yet, I don't think.
They haven't.
Yeah, so we shall see.
Should see.
Yeah,
Don't know.
7:05.
All right, we better get going.
Start the show.
Me.
Hospice of the Ozarks. I still messed it up. They sponsor the morning prayer. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. It's still a non-for-profit 501c3. There's never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care, and this commitment remains a part of their mission. We'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, please watch over those that are homeless and need a warming shelter. There are some out there. Find them a place to go, warm food to eat, and keep them safe and sheltered. Watch over the children as they get to stay home, and just be careful playing out there in the snow. Watch over our first responders that are still having to go out and help people when they need it, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. You can give them a call, ask them about respite care. When you're taking care of a loved one, you need a break, they can help you with that. As Scooter always says,
Got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others.
that's exactly right, and it's okay to. Don't feel bad about that.
No.
You take a break.
Yep.
870.
Let your batteries recharge.
Exactly. 870-508-1771. Now we'll hear a word from our sponsors, the Z-Team. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z-Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador of the... If only you'd have been there during that commercial.
Yeah. We don't need cameras off scene. No.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give the Z-Team a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend, we recommend them because they know what they're doing. They're going to take care of you start to finish. And you want somebody that knows how to dot every I and cross every T to get you that closing date on time, as the rules and the inspections, different lenders need different everything. So you're going to want to make sure you have a professional in the field that'll get you to that closing date on time. Isn't that right, Scooter?
That is right.
Yeah.
They'll take care of you.
Yeah. Shall we take a look
Let's
at the
take
White River?
It's actually pretty.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That is beautiful. That is on retiredarkansas.net. They got a live feed, and you can see that 24/7. Absolutely amazing. Colorado, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend of the White River. Off to the distance in the right is Mountain Home, in the center is Missouri, and to the left is Bull Shoals. I mean, way off in the distance.
I can see the Z-Team weather rock. It's white. That
It's
means there's
white.
snow on the ground.
Yep. It's been snowing, and it is cold outside. I wouldn't suggest going on the river today. That would be
Oh, that would be brutal.
brutal. Well, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, go to retiredarkansas.net. Find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. Bob and Linda Zadora are very involved in programs and events. I mean, they're your neighbors, too. They're out and about and doing things that we do, and let them tell you why this is the best place on earth. Absolutely beautiful day, isn't it? Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
beautiful.
A little bit of smoke.
On the water.
Yeah. This is the camera. There's two cameras. The other one is still shot. This one moves around about 14, 15 different places, zooms in and out. Very powerful, too. I love it when it goes to the train station because I just want to get on the train and go somewhere. There it
I
goes.
just added that to the background pics.
Yeah.
That was a good, nice pic.
Very nice. There you go. You can screenshot these when they're on it. Beautiful view. Make it a part of your screensaver or your background. I mean, just whatever you want to do with it. It's up to you. All right, let's take a look at the weather brought to you by the Z-Team. We're going to refresh that. That radar stayed up the whole time until right now when I said,
Of course it did.
yeah. And we'll back out of that. Let them just see that beautiful view. Press play, and here we go. In Mountain Home, it's jumped up, Scooter. It's 1.
All right, we're moving up in the world.
Harrison, -2. Batesville, 7. Yellville, 1. Marshall, 5. Salem, -2. Mountain View, 5. Calico Rock, 1. West Plains, Missouri, -2. Springfield, Missouri, -7. Poplar Bluff, 4. St. Louis at 3. Man. Well, I'd say we're rivaling Chicken Alaska, although I didn't look. That's okay. National Weather Radar. It looks like most of the activity is just sporadic patchy parts. I mean, Utah, Wyoming, you got some in Kentucky, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia. Oh, I guess towards the end of the day it starts to really populate in the Northeast. But nothing that's going to, affect us in our area. I would say we're in the clear for the next few days, and it's going to warm up. In Arkansas and Missouri, yep, borderline looks pretty good. What did it
Just
say?
going to let you know, we're actually colder than Chicken Alaska.
Yes.
It is 7 degrees in Chicken Alaska.
How about them apples?
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And here we go, watches and warnings. It's got extreme cold warning for most of Arkansas. You get into the southern part of the state, it turns into a cold weather advisory. Look at Texas all the way up to Nebraska, buddy. South Dakota and Britain. No, that's the line. That imaginary line has it stopped in Nebraska and South Dakota, where it turns from an extreme cold warning to a cold weather advisory. I love the magic lines. You know what I mean? It's like Arkansas and Missouri. They must have that there too. 7-day forecast now until 12 p.m. Thursday. Extreme cold warning and high of 21 and sunny today. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 4. Friday, mostly sunny, high of 29. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 13. Saturday, sunny, high of 41. Saturday night, low of 20 and mostly clear. Sunday, sunny, high of 52. Sunday night, low of 31 and partly cloudy. And then check this out. It just does what it wants. Monday, mostly sunny, high near 63.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean 52 on Sunday.
It's
but
crazy.
Isn't that something? From a low of 4 to a high near 63 within a few days. Norfolk Lake water level is at 553.69. Level is 1.69 feet above full pool. They are at 2 generators. Bull Shoals Lake water level at 658.69. Level is 3.31 feet below full pool. They're generating 7. They're getting the water moving.
Ooh, they're moving some water.
That is Look at Your Weather, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Find their listings, MLS listings, those beautiful views of the White River, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. And with that,
take a break.
Oh, it's 7:13. I'm a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. Come back with community news brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. What do?
They deal.
They deal. And they also sponsor community news.
What?
If you're looking to buy
Ozark Farm and
Ozark
Lawn.
Farm and Lawn. Where's my Ozark Farm and Lawn? Uh-oh.
It's probably because it wasn't on the saved pages.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ozark Farm and
you need to
Lawn.
open that up.
Located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. See orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. You can't miss them. And they've added to their inventory. They've got construction equipment, excavators, nice little skid steers with the belt-driven
tracks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and
anytime I can help.
Anytime. And the flatbed trailers that tilt, the tilt trailers. You know, you'd probably going to want to go with one of those. These things can be very heavy, and you're not going to want to try to roll them up ramps. Could bend them or break them. So you get them tilt bed trailers, and you just roll right up.
I need to get back over there. I went over there and looked at some of their construction equipment. They were getting some of that in, but I need to see what else they got in. I'm sure they've gotten some new stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of keep updated, because that's pretty cool. That equipment's pretty neat.
Definitely. I like playing with it. You know, I've rented them before, and you have a lot of fun with them. You don't want to take them back. So, buy one. Go buy Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Take a test drive, see which one fits your needs, and talk to the professionals. They'll let you know, well, this one might be too small for whatever you're telling them you want to do, and this one might be perfect, but this one,
just think, if you had a skid steer,
if you did,
you could have went around and scraped driveways and roads and done all sorts of stuff to make money.
Maybe a little dollar bill, yo. Give them a call, 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com where you can see their specials, and 0% for 60 months on select models, 0% for 84 months on others with approved credit. So go by Ozarks Farm and Lawn. All right, we've been talking about it, and it's just a couple of days away.
It's getting here.
Slapping Leather, 24th annual Texas Hold'em tournament at the for the American Legion baseball fundraiser at the Elks Lodge, located on Highway 62 East by the Twin Lakes Golf Course here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. 11 a.m. is registration. 1 p.m. the tournament starts, and they have prizes from $2,000 down to $200. If they get 80 players, they'll add a 9th and 10th place, but you have 8 chances to win. At 12:30, they'll do a card drawing for, a little scrolla. And let's see, it's a $100 donation to buy in, and rebuys are $50. I'm thinking you can only rebuy once. You can't be constantly rebuying, because if you were, then you really you're bad at cards. You can contact Lester White at 870-421-2006. So be there and help the American Legion baseball.
It'll be a good
fundraiser.
time.
Be real good. I mean, it's the 24th annual. So,
Yeah, it's a big event.
Yeah.
For them, it really is.
Yeah, it helps. I think they have 2 events a year that help cover the cost of their baseball program.
And then they sell the pie auction or whatever that they do. Yep.
So they got to raise a lot of money, and that helps them get there. Let's see, Saturday, March 8th, developing an Ozarks Green Thumb. It's their 2nd year at the First Baptist Church Christian Life Center at 1205 Spring Street here in Mountain Home. They'll have a bunch of featured speakers, and the event will include a horticulture table, MG project display, a silent auction of garden-themed items. Cash, check, and major credit cards are accepted. There will be snacks and drinks provided throughout the day. The seminar costs $35 and includes lunch catered by The Grill at Whispering Woods. There's limited seating, and that's been going on for a while now. It started on January 2nd, so I want to check into that. You can go to uada.formstack.com and look for Ozarks Green Thumb. And that'll be Saturday, March 8th. And a little bit further away, the annual plant sale, Saturday, April 26th. But it's good to let you know about it now because this thing goes for about an hour. And
if you're not there beforehand and in line and ready, there ain't going to be much left.
That'll be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. Excuse me. Again, on Saturday, April 26th, from 9 a.m. to usually about 10 a.m. They'll close when the plants are sold. You can join them at their meetings at the First Presbyterian Church at 1106 Spring Street here in Mountain Home from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And let's see. You can go to baxtercountymg.com for more information. And coming up is the Mountain Home Arkansas Military Service Sisters little get together February 28th at noon Friday at the Old Mill. If you're a military service sister, go and join them for a good luncheon. And the shed at the Baxter County, or at the Arkansas State University, I was about to talk about the library, is having their upcoming events. Let's let this thing scroll back around. There we go. Power and Love on, nope, that's in the past. That's in the past. Man, nope, wait, that's not. It's only February. Oh, I'm getting confused, Scooter. Power and Love on March 7th, Forever Young, March 11th, April 10th as Susie Bogus, and May 4th, Kane with Katie Nichol, Ben Fuller, Caleb and John and Joseph O'Brien, the Jesus Music Tour, and on May 15th, Michael Cavanaugh, the music of Billy Joel. Now let's go to the Baxter County Library where they have a delayed opening today at noon. And today is, let's go to the calendar of events, to joymountainhome.com. The used book sale at the Baxter County Library. Now it's 9 a.m., but it's going to be delayed till noon. But the book sale starts today and goes through Saturday.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Back to the library. Looks like stuffed animal event, Friday, February 28th. It's where the kiddos can bring their stuffed animal and leave them there overnight. And, they take pictures of them having fun. And next day the kids come in and they have a little story time and, enjoy the pictures. And it's fun for the kiddos. The Baxter County Library has something for everybody, from kids to adults and seniors. They have a special collections for checkout items. You can see this cool telescope and ukulele. But it's kind of neat. You can check out a DVD player, CD player, and other fun things. So
they always got stuff going on.
Always got stuff going on. Yeah, their program guides are out January and February, also March and April. They were a little preemptive, a little quick. And you can go by and actually pick up a paper copy there or at the Chamber of Commerce. You can go on the website and also find that on there and click through it digitally. But yeah, a lot of things going on. And that's a look at our community news.
I do want to mention, because we're rescheduling yesterday's show because of the weather.
Okay.
We usually have the veterans in, and they weren't able, but we are rescheduling them. Plus, our guest could not make it today as well, so with the weather and everything going on, so we got some videos. And we're just going to have a nice, calm day today.
Sounds good.
Pretty simple. You got about a minute.
I meant no. Oh. 7:25, 45. I was thinking
you're off on
7:24,
time.
45.
But we've got some. We
not
hadn't played them in a little while. The AGFC
Yeah.
videos, but we've got a couple of those that we're going to play. And
Will they be coming next week?
I believe so.
AGFC?
I believe so.
Is it the last Thursday of the month?
I think so. Yeah, let me look. I can
Yeah,
tell real quick.
we really enjoy having Arkansas Game and Fish on.
Yeah,
They'll send
AGFC
somebody
will be
different.
here.
Yeah, next Thursday, and they send somebody from different divisions and different areas. They always have something to talk about, and we very much enjoy the information that they give. They've been around since 1934 or 1935. I should know that by heart by now with how many interviews I've given. But they're it's not just about wardens, making sure you're doing right. They're here to protect our natural resources. So
they do a lot to help people.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, help
well,
the
yeah,
community.
90% is owned by private individuals.
We got to go.
Okay, we're gonna go.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the
There is a delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation increased and not impaired in value. conservation means development as much as it does protection. Theodore Roosevelt. In the early 1900s, President Roosevelt held a White House conference on conservation. As concerns about natural resources and wildlife grew, Americans were spreading west, replacing vast forests with cities, cropland, and pastures. Arkansas was changing, especially the wildlife. Elk, bison, and swan were completely gone from the state. Ducks, quail, and fish were harder to come by. Something had to be done. In 1915, Act 124 was signed into law, and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was born.
In 1916, Arkansas's first game wardens were hired for $80 a month, and they had to provide their own horses. Times have changed, and so have our tools, but the call to protect our state's wildlife and natural resources never will. I take a lot of pride in knowing we're all carrying on the legacy of those original 9 wardens.
In 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was passed. Unregulated hunting had caused populations of many bird species to decline sharply, and market hunting posed a similar threat to North America's waterfowl. The act set federal regulations on the hunting of migratory birds. And nearly 100 years later, that means plenty of ducks for us today.
During the 1920s, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission took steps to increase the deer population in our state. As late as the 40s, the deer population remained bleak in Arkansas. Hunting was closed in several counties. But progress was being made, and with the help of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, record harvests have become the norm with each deer season. One of the state's oldest and most successful fish hatcheries was dug by hand and by mule right here in 1928. As director of the Game and Fish Commission's Fisheries Division for many years, some of Joe Hogan's innovative principles for raising fish in ponds and transporting them across the state are still practiced today.
In 1937, the Pittman-Robertson Act provided federal assistance for projects to restore, enhance, and manage wildlife resources. Arkansas has used millions of dollars over the years for habitat projects just like this one.
In 1945, Amendment 35 became effective, making the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission an independent state agency. This gave the commission much needed stability and ushered in the way we still do business today.
This place is legendary among duck hunters. Thanks to the foresight of game and fish managers and commissioners nearly 70 years ago, this place is now known as one of the best places in the world to hunt mallards and flooded green timber. Valmeda is one of the greatest places for the public to come hunt, and we're very fortunate to have it.
Thanks to the Dingell-Johnson Act signed in 1950, when you make purchases like this, you're actually giving back to fishing in our state.
In 1951, this beautiful place was completed. It's been stealing the hearts of fishermen for generations.
At the request of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, NBC came to film a live duck hunt in 1956. And more than 250,000 ducks filled the air in front of the cameras on that day, and outdoorsmen have been flocking to our state ever since. 7 years later, I produced the first of many long-running fishing shows shot here in Arkansas.
How about that? Man, a pretty solid guy. Appreciate your help. Yes, sir.
Now, technology has really changed, but the thrill of filming the great outdoors never will.
We were known as the bear state long before we were known as the natural state, but black bears were almost hunted completely out of the state of Arkansas. Today we have over 5,000 bears in the state, thanks to the reintroduction effort in the 1950s and 60s. This reintroduction effort is recognized as the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, and we're very proud of that.
In 1971, hunter education classes began in the state of Arkansas. First and foremost, the Arkansas Game and Fish wants to make sure every hunt ends safely. It is something that has given me peace of mind and helped me to enjoy our hunting even more.
Can you imagine this beautiful spot being underwater? That's what would have happened had dams been put in place in the late 1960s. In part, thanks to the Arkansas Game and Fish, this became America's first national river, the Buffalo National River. Hundreds of thousands of people come to the Buffalo National River every year.
elk once roamed Arkansas far and wide before the settlers transformed the landscape. Against the odds, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission brought the elk back beginning in 1981. By 1998, the herd had grown large enough for a limited hunt. I got this one in 2004.
We're known for our miles of trails, wild game, and breathtaking views. When the 1/8 cent conservation sales tax passed in 1996, it gave the Game and Fish Commission much needed funds to keep creating the habitats and improving the quality of wildlife our state reveres so much. It's nice to know that everyone in the state has a hand in helping nature.
I started my boat company right here in Arkansas. And in 2001, Game and Fish made boating safer for everyone by instituting boating education courses.
In 2001, the first of 4 Arkansas Game and Fish Nature Centers opened in Pine Bluff. Part classroom, part museum, part playground. These nature centers offer visitors walking trails, exhibits, and hands-on fun.
My love of fishing started long before we founded the Ranger Boat Company. In 2012, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission resolved the minimum flow issue with the assistance of a lot of people. Now, trout have the habitat and conditions below Bull Shoals Dam to grow and thrive, and will benefit generations to come.
More than 100 years later, it is our mission to continue to carry out the legacy President Roosevelt once spoke about. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children.
This is our Arkansas.
My Arkansas.
My state.
This is my outdoors.
My weekend.
My life.
This is my everything.
This is my calling.
This is my legacy.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
You make the deer woods great.
You make the fishing great.
You make my state great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Thank you for protecting our most valuable resource for 100 years.
Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville, voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day, or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday, 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z team.
It's that time again, the 24th annual Slap and Leather Texas Hold'em Tournament fundraiser to support American Legion Baseball. Saturday, February 22nd at the Elks Lodge in Mountain Home. Registration at 11 o'clock, tournament starts at 1. It's time to shuffle up and deal. All entries get a free meal by Holy Smokes and a chance to win Visa gift cards for 1st through 8th place. Contact Lester White, 870-421-2006 for more information. Don't miss the Slap and Leather Texas Hold'em fundraiser on February 22nd and support American Legion Baseball.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior
Few people have a lukewarm reaction to the sight of a black bear. The most typical response is probably fear, followed closely by a sense of wonder. For some, black bears are a symbol of wilderness. For Myron Means, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission's black bear biologist, bears elicit respect and admiration.
Their physiology, the lifestyle that they've evolved into, a feast and a fast lifestyle, you know, being able to go without food for 4 to 5 months at a time, have a gestation period, give birth, wean cubs. They're a truly remarkable animal.
The story of Arkansas's black bears almost ended tragically. But now, it's literally a textbook example of wildlife management at its finest.
It was thought at the time of pre-settlement that Arkansas had maybe as many as 50,000 black bears in the state, and we were unofficially nicknamed the Bear State. Through the time of settlement, 1700s and 1800s, bears were market hunted for their fat, and they were almost hunted to extinction in the state. And by the late 1920s, the General Assembly of Arkansas actually made it illegal to bear hunt, to kill a bear in the state, but by that time it was almost too late.
As few as 3 or 4 dozen bears persisted in southeast Arkansas, in the bottomlands where the White and Arkansas rivers meet the Mississippi. But in 1958, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission embarked on a plan to bring back black bears.
They brought 254 bears in from Minnesota and Manitoba, Canada, and they released them at sites in the Ozarks and Ouachita mountain ranges.
Arkansas Game and Fish released bears over a 10-year period. Historical upland forest had been cut down, but their rebirth gave rise to rich wildlife habitat.
That population flourished under those conditions, and it was so successful that by 1980, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was able to reopen bear season in the state.
Bears are back, a natural part of the landscape, as they were before our forefathers set foot here. Today, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission regulates bear hunting and keeps close tabs on the natural state's bears.
The population's thriving. We estimate that we have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state.
Black bears inhabit the Ozarks and Ouachitas, as well as the lower White River area.
Those 3 populations, we kind of treat them as distinct populations. There's not a lot of immigration and emigration back and forth into those populations from one another.
Bear season takes place in the fall in Arkansas and is controlled by various regulations and a quota system. The season has a set length, but also closes if hunters check a certain number of bears. Over the past 5 years, hunters have taken an average of 422 bears per season in the natural state. Considering there were less than a few dozen bears here just 90 years ago, it's one of wildlife management's most incredible success stories.
No other natural resource agency has ever reintroduced a large carnivore as successful as Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has. It's considered the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history, not just Arkansas or the United States, but around the world.
To maintain that success, Myron Means and the Game and Fish Commission's bear team constantly monitor the state's bears. And while harvest numbers are instructive, they only tell part of the story.
Total length is 55. It's really critical for us in monitoring our bear population to kind of have an idea of how many bears are coming into the system, as well as how many bears are going out of the system that are harvested during the bear season. Well, the way we monitor how many bears are coming into the system is to have a good distribution of collared females across bear range. Of those collared females, we'll go in every year and do cub counts if they're in a cub cycle, or yearling counts if they have yearlings with them, because the cubs will stay with them for actually 2 den cycles. So by doing that, we're able to monitor reproduction effort and survival effort of those cubs up until the time they're a year old.
Radio collared female bears are tracked to their winter dens. Bears with cubs then get a visit from the Game and Fish Commission, giving us a deeper view into the black bear's world and the work that ensures a robust Arkansas bear population.
We're going to go quite a ways further down, but I just want to tell everybody from here on down we probably need to be as quiet as possible. She's just right down below the hill here, but we still have probably another 75 yards. This is a female, black, no chest blaze, and she is 5 1/4 pounds.
Keeping track of Arkansas's black bears requires an understanding of the number of bears leaving the population as a result of regulated hunting, but it also requires insight into how many bears are entering the population.
Arkansas's bear population is really good and really healthy, but it's not like we have 20,000 black bears in the state. We only have 4,000 to 5,000 bears in the state. So it's not like you see bears all the time. So unless you go in and put your hands on females with cubs, and unless you have good data from year to year to year, you really don't have any idea of what's going on with reproductive rates of our bear population.
Game and fish biologists have attached radio tracking collars to dozens of female bears across the state. That representative sample allows wildlife managers to track birth rates and cub survival and make informed management decisions. But first, you have to get to the bear den. Reaching a bear den in the Ozark National Forest isn't the easiest task.
The experienced mothers like to have their cubs in very remote, hard to access areas. Typically they're going to den down in deep ravines and stuff like that, and a lot of times they're pretty hard to access.
With the bear den just 20 yards away, biologists Myron Means and Matt Melson quietly prepare the drugs they'll use to sedate a bear that, contrary to popular belief, is not actually hibernating.
A lot of people think bears are true hibernators, and they're not. They can go through periods of kind of a deeper sleep, but they can also arouse immediately. Even though it's really cold and all that stuff, when we do these den surveys, those females, when we go in, they can hear us coming, it wakes them up, and they're always aware of what we're doing. Some of them are more aware than others. Okay, here we go. She has at least 2 cubs. You can hear 2 different cubs feeding. We just started her, and it'll generally take 10 to 15 minutes for the drug to take effect. Boy, I'm glad I got her in the neck. God, she's huge.
you're an adrenaline junkie, that's a pretty good rush. Especially when she raises her head up and looks at you 3 feet away. See how her eyes are twitching, jumping. She wouldn't pass a field sobriety test right now.
15 to 20 minutes later, it's safe to begin the den survey. The first step is taking care of Mama Bear.
That drug dries out their eyes. They can still blink a little, but they don't have anything to lubricate their eyes.
Adhesive bandages keep dust and debris out of her eyes and also aid in calming the female while the rest of the den work progresses. The main focus of this research is the cubs, which give wildlife managers a window into the reproductive success of the state's bears.
Black, no chest blaze.
Biologists record identifying characteristics such as color and other markings. They weigh the cubs and take a series of measurements, including body length, chest circumference, and foot size. By plugging the measurements into a formula, wildlife managers can better estimate a cub's age and determine its developmental progress compared to known averages. Over time, the information gathered from these remote bear dens allows biologists to track trends in the bear population and adjust regulations as needed.
You know, if you impact the population too heavy on bears, instead of rebounding in a year or two like maybe a deer population would in an area or something like that, you're talking about a population that may take a decade to rebound.
Because bears have relatively low reproductive rates compared to other Arkansas mammals, annual den surveys provide vital information. Case in point, there was a significant decline in black bear reproduction for 2 years after an unusually late freeze in the spring of 2007.
You know, we had the Easter freeze in 2007, which decimated the soft mass and the hard mass crop for that year. All the fruits and berries in the summer that bears eat, all the acorns and nuts in the fall that bears eat, all that stuff was wiped out. That's why we monitor these bears every year. We were able to make adjustments to our harvest strategies statewide to offset such a high harvest rate and to allow our reproductive rate to come back up to where it needed to be, so we didn't have drops in the population overall. It's kind of the checks and balances.
On average, Arkansas's black bears give birth to 2 cubs every other year.
And the gestation period is only about 65 days for a bear, which is extremely short.
Cubs are born in January, weighing a ½ pound or less. They gain about a pound a week until they emerge from the den with their mother in April. The black bear's den cycle is another natural marvel.
Once she enters that den cycle in mid-November, she will not eat, she will not drink, she will not urinate, she will not defecate.
Bears can recycle intestinal nutrients during the denning process. They also can convert nitrogen from urea into amino acids that aid in muscle development.
And they can actually come out of a den cycle, lose 25% of their body weight, which is all fat, and still have more muscle mass, 5 months, 4 months later when they come out of a den cycle with cubs.
Before this den survey ends, the adult female will get a thorough examination. This bear received new ear tags that identify her as part of the Game and Fish Commission's bear research.
I'll face it the opposite direction in case we can see her with binoculars. We'll have it coming pointing in both directions.
The bear cubs go back into the den with a mother bear who's showing signs of waking from her slumber.
Yeah, she's moving real well already.
Black bears are one of the natural state's most dynamic and fascinating animals. And thanks to the work of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, the story of Arkansas's black bears continues to inspire.